Before we get started, let's have a little joke here, if everybody's okay with that. There was a young minister that was just learning the trade, and as most are, he wanted to preach the whole Bible, every sermon. His sermons were long, and his congregation was dozing off, and some of them were just outright sleeping. So he went to a superior, an experienced minister, and asked him, in my sermons, people are dozing off. What can I do about that? And the veteran kind of smiled slyly and said, well, he said, it happens to all of us. And what I've learned to do is, as people are dozing off, I tell them, last night I held in my arms a woman who's the wife of another man. And he said, wow, they'll sit right up and look around, and he'll go, it was my dear mother. So the next Sunday, I'm going to do this. And as he's preaching away, he noticed that off in the crowd, heads were bobbing, some were all down, sound asleep. So he's stiffened up, and he goes, last night I held in my arms a woman who was the wife of another man. And I said, wow, everybody woke up, they're looking around, and like, wow. And all of a sudden panic set in, and he goes, I can't remember who she was. Okay, we're back on the project of making the saw mounting the saw actually today. Got to check some measurements here. We know from this point to the end of the saw, we've got approximately 16.5 inches. So if we come up here, what I've got in mind is mounting onto this screw here and putting that up like that. So let's just take a little gander here. Let's push it up against the screw. We need 16.5 inches. Wow, that's going to put it way up. So we'll have to mount it a little bit lower. Somewhere is right about in there. I was hoping to get to use these holes. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. The next thing is the box has to clear this. So I'm going to fire it up, raise the box up a little bit, and we'll see how much room I have between here and the top of the box as it comes up. Raising the box up isn't going to be a problem at all. As the box comes up, it's going away from it constantly, so that's not going to be an issue. I don't have to worry about that. That's good to know. Okay, it is mounted. I'll take the saw out in a minute when I can use both hands. Sorry, Joseph, garden tractor boy. I decided to go with this side out for now. And if I want to change it, I can. I have enough material left. I can take that piece off and I can screw through from the other side. Just the bolts will be showing. I want to put one more bolt in at the top point, get out of the shadow here. Up on top next to the toolbox where you see the sty going up. I'd like to put one more bolt in there to stiffen it up. And it's awful close, which is something I was concerned about. I can get it in and out of there with no problem, but I wouldn't mind having another, just a ½ inch to spare. Even a ¼ inch would be nice, but it's protected. The front end is wider than the back anyway. Line it up here. Comes from the back and look forward. See, the front end sticks out further. So that is going to make that so handy. So handy. I am excited about that. Sure nice to have a saw with you at all times. Even if a limb's down, something's across the trail, whatever, something's hanging down, you want to cut it out of the way. It's just so handy to have the saw with you. This is my brand new one, MS 182. Does not have the easy start. I don't know if we can see from this side. It also does not have the wrenchless chain tightening system, which on the smaller saw I like. On my 250, MS 250 that I traded in on my MS 261, that MS 250 had an 18-inch bar, and it just seemed to me like the wrenchless tightening system did not grab a hold of the bar tight enough. I'm in hardwood all the time. Maybe I'm crowding the saw a little bit harder than I should have been. Chain was sharp, it was cutting good. So anyway, I may space this out another ½ inch. Guess it remains to be seen, but that's going to work pretty good. Let's set the camera down and I'll pull the saw out and put it back in and we'll see how well it works. Okay, we're out. See if I can put it back in. Hold your calls, we have a winner. Got a little bonus feature here today. FedEx just left. He dropped off a package that was fairly heavy, pretty solid. I had almost forgotten I ordered these things. These are the rings that go in a trailer. If you've done any work with a trailer, you know that trying to strap stuff down or even hook with chains, the external rings on the trailer are really hard to hook to. The straps aren't the right, the hooks on the straps are never the right size. These are pretty heavy duty, and they come with these pins, have keepers on them for the hairpin, safety pin, and they're pretty substantial. They're rated for, I don't know if I can make this focus, it says 18,000 pounds. They're 5/16. They're pretty solid. Pretty good stuff. So that's my haul for the day. I'm tickled to have those next time I use the trailer. To haul big bales of hay, I want to strap them down. We haul big square bales. Now I'll have some D-rings to hook to. There's 4 of them. 4 will get me by. 6 would have been nice, but 4 will get me by. I really like my Kubota side-by-side. I think this is a 14 model. They don't make this one quite like this anymore. This one's got the 3-speed hydrostatic transmission. That is bulletproof. It's got the bench seat. It'd be nice if this was cloth because you slide all over on this thing. I guess that's what the seat belts are for, instead of having them buckle behind me all the time. I don't wear the seat belt in this. I don't go very fast in this. But this thing just sips the fuel. It's a diesel. And in the winter, I run chains on the back end of it. Pretty dirty right now. I just got back from bringing a load of wood up and just kindling, put in my basement. For those of you who don't know, we had a chimney fire 2 days ago. And that was a little concerning. But fire department did a good job getting out here and getting that squared away in a big hurry. I really appreciate that. So anyway, there is my chainsaw mount. There will be a couple little modifications to it. Probably going to put that one more bolt in the top and space it out a little bit more. On this project, I bought nothing. I used stuff I had on hand. So at one point, you know, there would have been a cost to this, but I didn't have to put any money into anything. Now if I have to run and get a little longer bolts, that might be different, but I won't make a special trip to do it. So there's my new chainsaw mount on my Kubota RTV 900. Mounted my Steel MS 182. Glad to have both of them. So thanks for watching, YouTube, and we'll see you for the next one. Remember, life is good, but it's even better in the tractor seat. Tractor Talk with Gary, out.